Development Goals or Global Goals were adopted by the UN in 2015 as a call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and make the world a better, sustainable place to live in.
We have a clear way forward. Sustainable Development Goal 4, which strives to achieve universal quality education and learning opportunities for all.
Technology can be a game changer in governance, and technology can be a game changer in education. But we must also understand the limitations.
The first issue when we talk of this problem of low employability in my mind is clearly, I think maybe quickly a need to make the distinction between employment and employability.
So when we say what makes you employable, it is not knowledge alone. It is your ability to apply that knowledge. It is your attitude and your mindset.
So there can be many ways to define irreplaceability. For example, one thing is, which I am not sure if we have actually talked about like in last 1 hour or so, is the enthusiasm part. That's a very underrated skill, and that's a very, very rare skill.
In view of the most significant and positive features of Indian society, which are its diversity and its broad commitment to equal opportunity to all, which our constitution guarantees, there is a need for affirmative action.
With the political parties having very little to show by way of good governance, the easiest way to garner votes is to promise more reservations and more freebies.
That affirmative action is a benefit for society as a whole, as opposed to merely an identity or caste or race-based benefit.
There is school education and lifelong learning, and those we need to help ourselves and society as a whole achieve well-being, resilience, and a better future for all.
Those skills and the ability to have empathy and compassion for others and the ability to adapt to a changing world is really what's going to bring students forward.
It has also become apparent that education should not only impart knowledge, but also build character in order for youngsters to lead happy and productive lives.
Hi there, my name is Ian. I'm 15 years old and I live in Novo Aron in the Amazon in Brazil. Right now we are in Rio Negro. The difficulties of living here for a young person is to continue studies. You don't have a university that's near, so you have to go to a bigger city that's a long distance from here, Manaus. For many young people, that's not possible. Work here and help the people that live here, and that's what I want for my future.
I think there needs to be a fundamental change in our education system.
I think that by working in your communities, in your environments, you have already taken the first step that I took on my path to the UN. And you don't need to work for the UN to make the difference. You already have the power.
Dance, music, art can be a source of not only expression, but expressing the real social issues.
I would start singing in English and start singing in Italian, and I'd want to get people to join in with me and to connect with the song that I was singing.
These are all aspects of who I am. That's as simple as that.
So music becomes the tool essentially, taking them there. You have to be kind to self to know how to be kind to others.
And the interesting thing about these stories is that many people don't see themselves in them because their reality doesn't fit a global narrative.
The model UN we want means that we need to invest a good deal of effort in making that institution a more perfect institution.
I think it's the idea of connecting people together who might have brilliant ideas to innovate the cities and the countries in which they reside in, but to kind of leverage and pick up where the slack may be.
I believe this is one very good pro of having an online dialogue like this, because if we limit it to just a few people that we have in our physical surroundings, we can get maybe 5 or 6 opinions. But today I remember at one point we had over 80 or 90 people present here with us.
Being a student in India, it was very important that these topics such as the NEP, technology and education, affirmative action were brought up to center stage so that we know what exactly is happening and what we can do about it.
Access to higher education in developing countries with speakers from various countries, from Nepal, from India, from Afghanistan, and was very insightful to know the challenges, the things going on in the education field of these countries, the issues faced by them. how they are dealing with it, and what all solutions could be provided so that this could be improved. So all in all, I would say that the dialogue was very insightful, and a lot of information was shared. A lot of things that can be done to improve was shared.
We at the dais work towards integrating these global goals in our different areas of work. Even during the pandemic, through our series of dialogue under the Global Voices program, we created a network of like-minded people who were willing to work towards achieving these sustainable goals in their own areas.
UNESCO is committed to working with all of its partners around the world to ensure learning never stops. The unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic has impacted 90% of all students and, of course, a large number of teachers, to account 63 million of teachers in primary and secondary education. The COVID pandemic has been for sure a throwback on our accomplishments on SDG 4, but it is ever so more important to join hands together to bring education forward. I would like to congratulate BITS Mungoa, the DICE and the Voices program for sparking the conversation on key issues related to education to ensure, just like us, that learning never stops.